Aujourd'hui, on parlera en anglais, niveau Bac Session 2019 pour les séries A1 jusqu'à A5. Notre but premier, c'est voir comment on peut répondre entièrement à une épreuve d'anglais sans forcément avoir tout étudié. Alors, voyons comment ça marche. Section A, Grammar. Part 1. Fill in the blank with the correct form of the word in the brackets. Write in the space provided. 1. If he had, he wouldn't have failed his examination. Alors, comment répondre à cette question? Ce qui est important, c'est de noter l'expression wouldn't have failed. Simplement parce que wouldn't have failed nous renvoie au third conditional. Et la forme du third conditional, if plus had plus past participle, comma would or wouldn't plus have plus past participle. Donc ici, on a déjà la deuxième partie de l'expression. Ce qu'il nous manque à faire, c'est simplement compléter la première partie. Donc, rajouter had et puis écrire le participe passé de study. Donc, la réponse à la question est if he had studied. 2. When we arrived at Mr. Tabby's house, his wife told us that he for Douala. So we have two events happening in the past. One happened before the other. What tenses do we use in this case? Yes, that's it. Present simple and past perfect. Alors, we already have here the past simple. So we only left with what? Past perfect. Then our answer is he had left for Douala. Number 3. Fatty went to the United States this morning. By this time tomorrow, she, Washington, D.C. By this time tomorrow, when do we use it? Exactly. Future perfect. So, future perfect. And what's the form? We have will plus have plus past participle. Then the answer is she will have arrived. 4. Despite Natalie's age, she remains one of the children in this house. One of the. What are we dealing with? Superlative. Donc, we have naughty, naughtier, naughtiest. The answer then is naughtiest. 5. More than half of this class performed so in the end of year official examination. So we have here the verb performed, and we want to describe the verb. So what do we use in English to describe a verb? We use an adverb. That's correct. And here what do we have? We have good, which is adjective. So what's the adverb? Well. Correct. So the answer is well. And that's it for part 1. Let's move to part 2. Now, rewrite these sentences beginning with the prompts given to you. Do not change the meaning of the preceding sentence. 1. Afa went out for the evening, but she first washed her hair. So we have to keep the meaning, but this time we begin the sentence with the conjunction before. So how can we do this? We could say before going out for the evening, Afa first washed her hair. First washed her hair. Okay, number 2. Quinta's mother did not attend the PTA meeting. Nadia's father did not attend the meeting. And then we also have a conjunction, neither. And we have 2 negation. We have the first one, did not, and the second one, did not. So we probably be using conjunction that connects negatives. Neither, nor. Absolutely correct. So neither Quinta's mother nor Nadia's father attended the PTA meeting. Attended the PTA meeting. Okay. Number 3. You won't eat this food if you don't prepare it. Okay, and then we have a sentence that has to begin with unless. But am I familiar with unless? Not really, but I'm much more familiar with conditionals, like if, and I do know that unless is used as if not in conditional. So then we could say, unless you prepare this food, you won't eat it. Absolutely correct. So unless you prepare this food, you won't eat it. Okay. 4. He's very sick, but he decided to help us. Again, we have to begin with a prepositional expression, in spite of. And we do know that when you use in spite of, we have to follow with a noun. So in spite of, and we know that he's very sick. So what are the nouns that we could use to talk about sickness? So we have, to talk about being sick. So we have sickness, we have illness, and then we said very. So we could say serious or critical or whatever adjective we could use to describe the noun. So in spite of his serious sickness, he decided to help us. Okay. 5. Lucia left for work. The babysitter abandoned the baby and went to a neighbor's house. So again, we have to begin with the conjunction as soon as and maintain the same meaning. So how can we do that? As soon as Lucia left the house, or sorry, not left the house, rather, as soon as Lucia left for work, the babysitter abandoned the baby and went to a neighbor's house. Okay, let's move to part 3. So part 3 of grammar. Match each sentence in column A with its correct half in column B. Write the correct answer in the space provided. So in column A we have 1. Mary left the market. 2. I would rather go to the market. 3. My brother is already sleeping. 4. I look forward to meeting you. And 5. The children were so tired that. In column B we have A. They could not walk. B. So it can be him playing music. C. Then wash these dresses. D. And discussing your qualifications. And E. Before the rain started. So how to answer this question? Well, even if you don't know the meaning of these words, donc même si le sens de ces phrases n'est pas clair, ce dont on a besoin, ce sont des indices qui nous permettent de lier la colonne A avec la colonne B, sans trop de difficultés. Par exemple, Mary left for the market. Could we say they could not walk? No, because we're talking about Mary. So they, no. So it can be him. We said Mary, so it cannot be him. Then wash the dresses, not related. And discussing your qualification, not related. So our best options then is E. So we could say 1 matches with E, which is Mary left the market before the rain started. Okay, number 2. I would rather go to the market. Of course, anytime you see rather, then probably you have then. Here we're dealing with collocation. So most probably 2 would go with C. And we were talking collocations. So collocations. Alors, en anglais, quand on parle de collocations, en réalité, on fait référence au groupe de mots qui, en général, apparaissent ensemble. Et il n'y a pas de règle de grammaire, c'est juste des expressions à mémoriser. Alright, let's continue. Number 3. My brother is already sleeping. They know, so it can't be him playing the music, possibly. We already rule out E and C and discussing. So definitely the correct answer is B. Number 3, B. Because we have brother and we have him, brother. 4, I look forward to meeting you. Because my sentence is not over, so probably I need something to join that first part of the sentence, and here I have and. Furthermore, there is meeting you and discussing your qualifications. So most probably 4 matches with D. And finally, 5. I wouldn't just putting the missing word because it might help me if I'm wrong to correct one of my answers. So the children were so tired. Children, they. So yes, 5 goes with A. And that's it for the part 3 of grammar. So let's move on to vocabulary. Section B, vocabulary, part 1. Choose an expression from those in the brackets that is nearest in meaning to the underlined one. Write your answer in the space provided. Dans cet exercice, en réalité, tout ce qu'on recherche, c'est un synonyme. All right then. Number 1. Cancer is a terminal disease. Women should always go in for screening. So what is the closest meaning to terminal? We have deadly, killing, common. Definitely not common. Killing, possibly. But because of collocations, again, in this case, talking about disease, deadly appears more often than killing. So here the correct answer then is deadly. Number 2. Nadia's car broke down on her way back for work. Back from work, indeed. So again, Nadia's car broke down on her way back from work. So we are looking for the nearest meaning. We have broke, stopped working, collapsed. It would be risky to go for broke because it's already there. Stopped working, collapse. Stopped working. Stopped working. Because collapse generally has to do with falling. And yet here we're talking about a car. So the car wouldn't fall, but rather stop working. 3. As soon as you are sick, get a checkup in the nearest hospital before it is late. So to get a checkup, to receive physical examination, consult a doctor, get a check leaflet. So definitely not a check leaflet. Consulting a doctor, possible, because in order to get a checkup, you need to consult a doctor. Now, to receive physical examination, you might consult a doctor, but not necessarily receive a physical examination. So I will go for receive a physical examination. So the correct answer would be to receive physical examination. Okay. Part 2. Provide a suitable, this time antonym for the underlined word. Write your answer in the space provided. 1. Nowadays, some people think that paying bride price is an outdated custom, as it discourages youth from getting married. So we're looking for an antonym for discourages. Ooh, that's quite common. I think to push forth, to encourage. So I will go for encourage. And there are many other words. So if we want to respect the form, that will be encourages. You could also say spurs. You could also say pushes. Pushes. I just choose one. 2. Cathy harbored a lot of hatred for her stepmother. Harbored. And we are here looking for, rather than harbored, which I really love, but no, we're looking for hatred. So what would be the opposite of hatred? Love or affection. Okay? And we continue with part 2. Complete these sentences with suitable words of your own. A majority of villagers they cannot read or write. Okay, so if you cannot read or write, what are you called? An illiterate. Absolutely correct. So a majority of villagers are illiterate. Number 2. It's the female Anopheles mosquito that malaria to human beings. So female malaria. Mosquito malaria. That's it. Transmit or transmits in the case of the female. So transmits. Okay. 3. One of the most important tourists in Yaoundé is the Kirakidis Garden. I hope the pronunciation is correct. I'm not familiar with the garden. One of the most important tourist. Talking about tourist. Was I to be a tourist? I love to visit what? Sites. Absolutely correct. Yeah. Tourist site. What are the synonym? Attraction. Absolutely. Okay, I don't have space, so I'm gonna write here. Attraction. 4. A drug is someone who is dependent on drugs. So what is one of the biggest danger of drugs? Exactly, addiction. So a drug addict. A drug addict is someone who is dependent on drugs. And finally, number 5. Wealthy people are always proud of their wealthy, proud. I would say achievements. Yeah, but I know you're thinking about something else. It's okay. Wealth. Yes. Correct. Resources. Absolutely. Okay, and that's it for this part of vocabulary.